My name is Cheryl Matsuoka, the President and CEO of the Hawaii Restaurant Association and the Hawaii Restaurant Association Educational Foundation. The highly anticipated Hawaii Restaurant Association Food Service Expo is actually right around the corner, February 26 and 27 at the Neil Blaisdell Exhibition Hall. This expo is dedicated to spotlighting and supporting Hawaii's vibrant restaurant and food service committee. I'm so sorry, community. Jaylina, I'm going to say that one more time. This expo is dedicated to spotlighting. Jaylina, I'm so sorry. This expo is dedicated to spotlighting and supporting. Jay, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Sorry. This expo is dedicated to spotlighting and supporting Hawaii's vibrant restaurant and food service committee. Guys, 9 days away. Okay, Jaylina, I apologize. This expo is dedicated to spotlighting and supporting Hawaii's vibrant restaurant and food service community. Join us to explore emerging trends, discover innovative solutions, and connect with industry leaders, all designed to meet your unique business needs and help you thrive. I have 3 guests today, 3 exhibitors, and actually I have, 2 of them who are going to fly in specifically for the show. So remind me, guys, the Ala Moana Hotel and the Prince Waikiki Hotel are offering room specials for those who are flying in, because we have so many people who will be flying in specifically for our expo. May I please have my guests introduce themselves, tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your company. May I start off with Harry?
Hi, my name is Harry Yoshida from Caltech. Our company is a manufacturer from Japan. We are the first company to decompose COVID-19 and pet allergens in the world. So our product is an air purifier. You can see in the back, in the wall, maybe like this. Yes. Yes. So our deodorizing power is very strong. Also can decompose odors also. So our air purifier is good for food smells, cooking smells, and any type of odors, and COVID, influenza, and pet allergens. Yes. So all products are made in Japan, and filters are washable and reusable. Yes. So at the show, we have a live demonstration to decompose coffee bean smells. So yeah, please come to the show and stop by our booth. Thank you.
Thank you, Harry. And Harry, right now, as you hear on the news, right, the flu numbers are really, really high. And, there's a couple people on my team that has caught the flu, and it is really bad. So yes, it's important, especially as you said, to keep our air purified as we have, people come to our restaurants. Thank you, Harry. All right, Adrian, share with us a little bit about yourself and Liberty.
Oh, aloha. Hello, everybody. So Liberty Capital is basically a California-based small business lender, broker, equipment financing. We do all range of funding for small businesses. We cater to restaurants and other industries as well. We are an attendant at the HRA as a member. We're excited to be. This is our first Hawaii exposure, and we're trying to grow our Hawaii exposure for all small. And we see that there are opportunities to help small businesses, from technically food truck startups to distributors and all other in between, the logistics in terms of the equipment financing, working capital needs, and even commercial loans. We can do all that. We are a licensed lender in California, and we're a foreign company in Hawaii. I do both California and Hawaii.
Thank you, Adrian. All right, Dave, all the way from Wisconsin.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Dave Wickland. I'm with Schreiber Foods. We're an employee-owned dairy company out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, globally headquartered out of Green Bay. We manufacture and produce our own American cheese, yogurt, cream cheese, aseptic beverages, and then we convert a lot of natural cheese into shreds and slices and other chunks. So we're looking forward to attending the show in a few weeks and stop by our booth and taste some excellent cheese.
Nice. Thank you, gentlemen. We're so grateful to have these gentlemen. On top of that, our sponsors for our expo. As I mentioned earlier, we have over 150 exhibitor booths at our expo. And we were just really excited to see everyone, and just to remind everyone that this event is crafted specifically for Hawaii's restaurant and food service industry professionals. You have to be an industry professional to attend, and it is a private event. So, if you're a restaurant owner, you're a general manager, you're an executive chef, you're a purchasing agent, please sign up for your badge ahead of time. Avoid long lines. Sign up for your badge. So when you come in, you just show us your QR code, and then we get your badge. It's already printed and ready to go. It's exciting to see the Whova app. I'm gonna go through with the gentlemen on this call today to be sure that their booths are all tricked out. There's some booths that have like videos and games and all kinds of like flyers and information that they can download. You also can see who's attending. Part of it, gentlemen, is that we have expanded our show. It is a restaurant and food service expo, but food service encompasses so much more than just the restaurant industry. Many of my members are, of course, cafeterias. So let's take, for example, the schools. Kamehameha schools, the Punahou Iolani Midpacks, they all have cafeterias. The Department of Education, they serve food to a lot of our students. And so they'll be attending. I have a lot of people from the DOE attending, and they're all purchasing agents. On top of that, you'll see our private country clubs and golf courses. When I went over to see Roger over at the Pearl, that's where our golf tournament will be, gentlemen, this year in June. Our annual golf tournament always sells out weeks before the tournament. So we're going to be having it at the Pearl. And I told Roger, I said, I need you to come and bring all your country club and golf course friends. So he's already registered, and he's getting all of his country club friends to also attend. Lots of hotel. You'll see a lot of hotel attendees on our app. And I'll keep going on because we've invited also the hospitals, the assisted living, anybody who has a cafeteria will be attending. And again, this is a private event, so please register for your badge ahead of time. So let's go through and ask these three gentlemen why, especially you, Dave, you're coming from so far. Why did you choose to be at our expo?
I work directly with Waihata and Company, which is a food service distributor and one of the sponsors. And I think one of the biggest things for me to join and participate in this event is, we kind of separate ourselves on the mainland, and we really want to understand the different concepts that are in Hawaii and understand the flavor and the taste profiles operators are really looking for, and how can we meet those needs and provide solutions for them.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, as you can see, the Waihata logo behind my head here. Yes, he is a big corporate partner, sponsor, and in a big way coming in through this expo. So we're super excited to have Waihata along with the Chef Zone right at our expo. So thank you. All right, Adrian, why did you decide to be an exhibitor here at our expo this year?
Well, as I said earlier, this is basically my entrance to Hawaii market. We want to capture the Hawaii market through our services, especially in the restaurant industry, because we do working capital, which is needed a lot for a lot of the small businesses here. We've had success so far doing some equipment financing, some startups, one in Kaimoki. So we're help a couple other local businesses get access to capital. We realize that there's a lot of startup market here for restaurants, and since we can do POS as well as just working capital to go along with the equipment financing all under one house, gives us a full access to capital without having to go shop around for different access to it. So since I'm local, I can do a free consultation. I can go meet with them and then determine exactly what their funding needs are. A lot of restaurant mistakes are basically a small one, especially when they use their cash to start up a business. Restaurant is one of the most cash, demanding industry to start. So when they use their cash and savings, and then all of a sudden the cash flow is slow, or they have no access to cash, and that's one of the mistakes. Where if you can finance some of the equipment, have a long-term fixed payment, budget that, and then conserve the cash for working capital, then allows you to sort of have a breathing room. And when you do need it, don't wait too late to go borrow. Borrow when you actually don't need it, or have it access when you don't need it. You know what I mean?
I think that's just general great advice, financial advice for
Yeah,
any.
it's from a banker's advice, right? Come to me when you don't need me.
Right. I mean, even personally, right, Adrian? That's like a
True
person.
that. Yeah. So it basically, it's a wide range of mentality. You know, for people, they procrastinate. They think if they're going to borrow, it's going to cost them. It's a cost of doing business sometimes. And whether you're going to borrow or no, you're going to borrow later. You're going to borrow no matter what. And if you don't borrow, you better making cash flow and profit that you don't need to borrow, and that's the ultimate goal. But when you do expand, you don't want to use your cash when you can finance the whole equipment from the front to freezer, walk-in freezer, even hoods when it comes to it, when you're big enough that you can finance some of the fixed assets.
Nice. Thank you. Yes, you have a great service, and I'm sure many of the members, viewers, and subscribers to this podcast will come to your booth and talk to you a little bit.
I do appreciate that, and I will, give them a free consultation on how to solve it, whatever they have problem now, and cash-wise and capital-wise for the business and their expansion plans, and I can guide them to that without any, just a free advice. I have to.
Thank you. All right, Harry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, yes. So yes, we decided to attend this show because our product is very popular for restaurant owners in Japan. The reason is our products can decompose, the COVID, influenza, and pet allergens, and also odors. Even though cooking smells is good, people don't want to smell all the time. Yes. So especially next day when owners and employees open the door, they can feel the fresh smell. Yes. And also, we currently completed EPA registration in Hawaii, of course, in mainland as well. So those are the reasons we decided to attend this show this year. Yes.
Very nice. Thank you. So, my next question for all three of you is, what are some of the biggest challenges facing Hawaii's restaurant and food service industry, but I guess in general, all restaurant and the whole food service industry? And how does the business solution that you provide address these challenges? So can I start off with Dave?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that's always top of mind right now, specifically that's a challenge, is food cost. We would constantly hear it on the news: inflation, food costs, what's happening. Now we're throwing in a whole round of tariffs that can impact a lot more things. And I think one of the things with Schreiber that's pretty unique, that might not be the same with every dairy company out there, is we have a big portfolio of products. So we can be a one-stop shop, which just adds pounds to your orders, which decreases freight. Obviously, with Hawaii being located where they are, freight is obviously another layer of complexity to that, with freight shippers and everything to that nature. So, when a distributor or somebody is looking to purchase, multiple different dairy items, Schreiber has portfolio of cream cheese, natural cheese options, yogurt is available, processed cheese is available. And the other thing with our scale and size is we also purchase a lot of niche specialty type items, and we then redistribute that through our system where it can be placed on RPO. So if you're looking for a specific Hispanic cheese, but you're not going to meet that minimum order quantity, that can come through our system on our trucks and be placed on your order. So that's one way and one type of area that we can help reduce just overall freight costs. And instead of working with multiple suppliers, you're working with one supplier.
Wow, I like that a lot. That's awesome. Thank you. All right, Adrian, you want to take that one, the biggest challenge, and how does Liberty, as you already kind of went over it, but how does Liberty find solutions?
Well, there's the challenges many small businesses is that there is actually they don't realize that they have more options, and when they do have more options, then they don't really realize that that option wasn't there before. And without those options, it allows businesses to survive. There are a lot of struggles in Hawaii that I see from small businesses, where it's like the instability of the sales of the tourism dependent, where when 1 week the tourists are not there, and then you still have the same cash flow problem, the constantly. So those are the challenges that I see. Is basically access to capital, but they don't realize that access to capital is available, but you just have to work with the right company that can guide them to the right product, because there are a lot of product that's being pushed, but it's actually the wrong product. You don't want to be using a short-term loan for a long-term fixed asset type of financing. That's why there's an equipment financing. You don't want to use your credit card for equipment because it's a compounding interest. So there are a lot of benefits, and then there's a lot of challenges because of lack of information or knowledge. So that's why I'm here to sort of educate a lot of small businesses.
Love it. Thank you, Adrian. Harry.
Yes. So the challenge is actually entire restaurant industry,
Yes.
the maintaining a safe and clean environment. So our products can the support those part by our decomposition technology. That is good for the customers and also employees. Everybody want to stay safe and want to be in a clean environment. Yes, so our products can support those part. Yes.
Nice, Harry. So, we'll have a lot of attendees, and when you all go to the Expo app, you'll see how many people have been registering. It's really accelerated in the last couple of days. You'll see all the exhibitors on there. You're pretty soon. It's going to probably be this week. You're going to actually see the booth numbers pop up because that all was distributed. And then you'll see all the different types of attendees. As I mentioned earlier, the hotels, the country clubs, the golf courses, the schools, all the different cafeterias and food service industry operations will be attending. So this is for our attendees, gentlemen. What type of tips or strategies do you recommend to our attendees to maximize their opportunities to make meaningful connections at our expo? I really want them to just have a great experience as an attendee, because that's what's part of it. They're taking time out of their day to come to the show. So do you have any strategies or tips, Dave?
Yeah, so I do a lot of food shows throughout the calendar year. I would say the couple biggest tips that I have is identify some key priorities that you're really looking for, and seek those, pre-plan those out, and visit those booths right away, and kind of check that off your list of things to do. And after that, just enjoy and be open to the experience of different things. You might not be in the market to change a cheese on your menu or anything like that, but we might have something at the booth that we can discuss that you haven't thought about. So it's really, to me, being open. You never know what you don't need, until something's presented to you, then light bulb clicks. So I would say just make a plan on what you want, some big priorities that you want to, explore and check off. And then after that, just be really open to the experience and of all the vendors attending.
Thank you, Dave. And that's one of the most important things. Whenever I speak to a restaurateur, and I have a lot of restaurateurs coming down, don't get me wrong, everyone. But on top of that, right, the hotel purchasing agents, the school purchasing agents will also be there, is look for their return on their investment of time. Be sure that you come to the show with an open mind thinking, how can I reduce some of my costs, right? All right, Adrian. What kind of strategies or tip do you recommend to our attendees so that they make this a really great expo?
Well, not much, to be honest. But all I can say is I wish that they would have more expos here just for other industries, so that we can bring in more tourists and more exposure to the Hawaii market and industry and the culture. And I do believe that it's better to bring their family, and then they get to enjoy the expo and then have their family. So I think they should have more expos, and then they can just enjoy the expo and after or before the expo. And that's best. There's no other place to have events like that, in my opinion.
Thank
But,
you. And,
you know,
and I've talked about the Expo app because in the Expo app, there's going to be a way that you can actually, on the badge, everyone's badge will have a QR code so you can collect their information. So Dave, when you're speaking to a restaurateur or purchasing agent at a school or a hotel, right, you capture their information so that you can get back to them and answer any questions that they may have. You'll be able to run a report of everybody who's come to your booth. You know, Cheryl invested a lot in this Expo app, so that's why I'm pushing it, guys. It's like, come on, let's use this thing that I bought, right?
do you does that have a QR code that we can put that's for the attendees or the tenants?
You're already in it, Adrian. Go to the app. I already see Liberty. Okay, so we'll cover that. So it's for everyone. It's for the, I'm going to go to Liberty just because, right? We're on it right now.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm in the exhibitor. I'm in the exhibitor section. I'm going to type in Liberty just so that I can go. You already put a video on here. Buddy, you did a great job.
Oh, man,
Did you see it?
Is your business located in Hawaii?
Oh, okay.
Have you
Right?
ever worried about unexpected?
Right. So yes. So you got to go to your booth there, and I see Adrian. Your contact is here. Everything is all loaded for you.
I appreciate that. I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, check it out, guys. And then you're going to then go through it, and Adrian's going to be like connecting with people who you are like, hey, why don't you come by my booth? I've got some information for you. That kind of thing, right? That's what this is, an interactive app.
Okay.
So it's good that we're doing this podcast because I just assumed that everybody was on it, but yes. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Harry then. Harry, any suggestions, strategies, tips for attendees to be sure that they make the maximum opportunities at our expo?
Yes, so I do recommend to list your business challenges and target products in advance. They can go to the app and check, right?
Yes.
And then check the list of exhibitors through the app, and then come to the show. Then attend live demonstrations, for your interest. Yes.
Excellent, excellent. That leads me to my next question is, right? And whenever you're at an expo and you're face to face, just like how I met Harry, right? Harry, here I am at a craft fair, right? Mele Kalikimaka craft fair doing shopping, right? So what unique opportunities does this expo provide to you, right? That's different through other marketing or sales types of channels. So what does a unique opportunity such as an in-person expo provide to you, Dave?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing for me is it's learning directly from the operator, and then having that one-on-one conversation and understanding what their challenges are, what they're looking for. Schreiber is typically a private label company, and we do a lot of customer brands. But sometimes what gets lost in that is our vast portfolio of what we can offer and find solutions for. So specifically for Hawaii, again, I mentioned it earlier, I want to learn about the unique tastes and applications that are on people's menus. In the mainland of the 48, I mean, even regionally, everything changes a lot from the Southwest to the Northeast to the Southeast and the Northwest. So, and Hawaii is no different. And what I'm really looking forward to is having those conversations and learning from the restaurateurs right there, face to face, that I have a great agency, a broker agency on the islands that we've worked with for years, but at times me as the manufacturer learning directly from the operator is so key to help find the solutions.
Nice. I love that. I love that. And as I mentioned, Dave, my nephew just recently opened a restaurant over in Kailua. I get calls every week from restaurateurs who are, of course, opening restaurants, and they're like, have questions. They need resources. They need connections. And so they call me and say, I need whatever it is they need, right? So I can definitely refer people to the three of you. All right. So my Adrian, what is this expo, an in-person expo, this unique opportunity provide that is different than any of your other marketing or sales channels?
Well, this one is a little bit unique because I'm more I'm local. I feel like I can meet more in person, and there's an opportunity to because these small business owners I'm targeting here are from mom and pop all the way down to, maybe 3 to 5 store locations. But we do work with bigger ones for commercial loans. But when it comes to the restaurant, we want to not just target the restaurant itself, the distributors, the producers, the warehousers. We accept referrals from businesses who are vendors that are in the industry of selling kitchen equipment, walker freezers, and commercial vehicles and trucks that we can offer financing to their clients. We want to be able to capture the sort of wide range of industries that related to the restaurant association. That's why we want to kind of get into the HRA first, because that's enough market for us to capture for now.
Nice, nice. And I'm going to invite the three of you also to connect, because you have the Huva app. It's called the Huva is the platform.
Yeah,
I'm calling it the HRA Expo app, to go through it and look at all the other exhibitors. Because Adrian, as you mentioned, right, we have the guys coming down with the refrigerated vans. We have so many different people coming down with equipment that they'll be showing, whether it's warmers or so. It's endless, right?
Display cases for bakeries, chairs and tables. We finance catering, spoons and forks and plates, because those are equipment. It sounds silly, but they can be financed because they are an equipment. It's a necessity for a business. So people just don't understand that those are available to be financed as long as it's disclosed up front for equipment financing, or we have a line of credit where you can draw the funds available to pay for a little supplies and materials and inventories that you need throughout the fluctuations and the seasonalities.
Yes, excellent, excellent. Okay, Harry, any unique opportunities that this in-person expo will provide different than any of your other marketing and sales channels?
Yes, the difference is, we can have a chance to engage face-to-face with key decision makers. Yes. So some of the shows that we cannot meet decision makers, at the show. And also we can get immediate feedback because of face-to-face in-person meeting. We can demonstrate the effectiveness of the products in a real time. Yes.
Nice, nice, Harry. That's how we met, right? I just happened to be walking through, and that's how we met. Yeah. All right, gentlemen, as I close this show, I just want to give you a last opportunity to say any final remarks before we close the show. Dave.
Yeah, so I look forward to meeting everyone, in a couple weeks. And I would just say a little teaser of what we're going to show is we're going to show a cream cheese application, try to just talk about the versatility of cream cheese, how it plays in many different applications and day parts on a menu. And then we're also going to show, I would say, one of Schreiber's only national brand that you would recognize if you're from the Northeast. It's called Cooper Cheese. It's a sharp American. And we just had the Super Bowl a couple days ago, and the Philadelphia Eagles won. Well, one of the biggest things is a Philly cheesesteak, and pretty much any Philly cheesesteak shop in the Northeast has Cooper Sharp American on their menu. And we're going to show the versatility and the flavor profile of that at the show. So swing on by. I really look forward to meeting everyone and just talking about the vast options that Schreiber has and hopefully solutions for the attendees.
Love it. In fact, when the Eagles won, that's the first thing I thought about was a Philly cheesesteak. It is hilarious, right? We need to now go do that. I love it, Dave. I love it. Thank you. All right, Adrian, any final comments before we close the podcast?
Yes, I would love to see everybody. I'm excited to be part of this expo, and I will not have food in my booth. But you can come and meet me, and we can discuss your future plans, any expansion plans, or if you're looking to open the restaurants or open your second, third. And we can also work out some referral for businesses that that might need these services that I offer and I provide. Come and we can schedule a call and just have a little conversation. Look forward to meeting everybody. I'm excited to be part of it, and I'm excited for all the food, hopefully, that's out there.
And beverages, Adrian.
Okay, well, I don't drink, so I don't drink any.
I don't drink alcohol either, but you got to know that's a very popular area, guys. It's a very popular. It's called our beverage pavilion, where we have all of because you have to be wristband to go into the beverage pavilion. So yes, a big pavilion with lots of food lots of beverage offering, wine, beer, spirits.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I saw the map today. It's pretty big.
Exactly, right? It's going to be popular area, my friends. All right,
So
Harry,
is it open to general public? Is there any fees to general public, or what is the?
as I mentioned, it's a private event.
Okay.
So you and I can talk about it, but it's, as I mentioned, restaurant purchaser agents,
Okay,
purchasing
yeah,
agents,
yeah.
restaurateurs, of course, restaurant owners, executive chefs, all of the people who purchase for restaurants, and then the schools, and of course, our country
That's-
clubs and golf courses, and then go
It's
all
not
the way.
open to general public. Okay.
Yeah, it's not open to the public because we have a lot of people like Dave who's bringing in a lot of his inventory. And so we want to respect that this is a private event. You have to have purchasing authority to enter this event.
Beautiful.
Okay? Purchasing, and also they can sign up for a loan application, right?
Oh yeah, we will have a bunch of QR. You can go schedule a call or fill out a form, or you can apply online and maybe see an instant quote if you want to kind of check out what payment's going to look like immediately without pulling credit.
Nice. Thank you, Adrian. All right, Harry, any final statements before I close the podcast?
Yes. So if you are suffering with allergies or other problem, or worry about like a COVID flu for your team or your customers, yeah, please stop by our booth. Our products, new generation air purifier, can help your problems. Yes, solve your problems.
So that's definitely it's a filter, right?
Yes,
Air
the
filter.
filters are washable and reusable. Yes, so that's why, becoming a new standard in Japan right now.
Nice. Thank
Beautiful.
you. Thank you, gentlemen. And as I close this show, I just want to thank again our expo sponsors, all the exhibitors and attendees for making this a fabulous show. We're so excited. It's just a few days from now, gentlemen. Mahalo to my guests today for joining us and giving the insight. As I wrap up, I just want to say February 26th and 27th at the Neil Blaisdell Center from 9 till 4. Mark your calendars. To get your badge, HawaiiRestaurantExpo.com. That's HawaiiRestaurantExpo.com. Get your badge ahead of time. You want to avoid those long lines. Stay tuned for more episodes where we'll continue to highlight all the expo must-see features and special guests. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and like this episode. The Hawaii Restaurant Association is the organization unifying, representing, and supporting Hawaii's restaurant and food service industry. Please remember to nourish connections, savor life, eat well, and live well. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to welcoming you to the Hawaii Restaurant Association Food Service Expo. Aloha.
Mahalo. Good day.